Hi everyone, it's Mitch, and it is Friday, November 2nd, 2018, here with the free live show. Of course, we do live free picks every single day, right around this time, right around 11 a.m. Eastern time, normally a little bit before, but of course, we're here 7 days a week, 365 days a year, doing this show. No excuses, just free picks. Of course, I'm in Vegas, but I'm a little bit under the weather. Horrible night of sleep last night, but gonna try and put it together today. You guys can probably the best way to tell when I'm feeling sick is my skin turns pasty white like it is right now. I'm looking at myself in the camera in the playback, and man, I don't look too good. But so what? I never look that great, so it doesn't really matter all that much. But you can tell I'm pasty white. That is when I am pretty sick. Anyways, yeah, vitamin C, I might be a little bit past that, but I'm taking about everything that there is, trying to recover. I had flu shot, I had everything this year, so I'm not really sure why. Of course, it's Free for All Friday, and what that means is all of our picks on today's show come from the live audience. So anyone that has a question on a game, just ask it, and I will answer it on the show. We'll do at least three. And it could be anything. It could be one of my premium picks. It could be not a premium pick. It could be a game from today, tomorrow, NFL Sunday. It doesn't really matter. It could be any of those days. And I'll answer it. So, of course, one question per person. If you have a question on a game, just put the game down once. If you put it down several times, it just makes it more confusing for me. You guys know, like I said, I'm not feeling that great to begin with, so sorting through you guys writing the same question. Yeah, you got to take it before. Yeah, it's a little late for that. Anyways, those of you watching on Facebook Live, I finally got a different tripod for the Facebook camera. So I think I finally got this thing worked out. It only took me, 11 years. Finally got the tripod situation at least in a good spot for now. We haven't been doing the live show for 11 years. Just about almost in March, the live show will be, or February, right? We started the live show in January 2 years ago, February 2 years ago. I don't know, it was way before everybody else, of course. Lots of people imitating what we do at sportschatplace.com, but no one duplicating it, right? It's like we're the first ones to do video on the website and do video picks. We're the first ones to give out free picks on every single game, every single day. All things I'm super proud of. Of course, people imitate it. It is what it is. But I'm just glad that you guys still keep us in the rotation. I know a lot of people haven't been with us for 10 years, and it doesn't matter. You guys are all more than welcome. So start shouting out your picks that you want to see today. And I'll give you guys my picks. So if you guys don't, I'll just rattle off picks on my own. But I generally have Free for All Friday. You guys usually like it. So far we have one question about a game. Okay, so we got two. Give everybody about another minute to get it. Yeah, if you don't tell me who's playing who, it's got to be Team A versus Team B. If you throw the point spread in, that's always helpful too. So we've got a lot of people putting some games in now. I already know what the first one's going to be, but we'll go from there. Yeah, this guy's a turd. I don't even want him on my show. We will answer that question, but this jerk, Gerald Grimm, guy's just an asshole. We have a strict no asshole policy here, but I'm allowed. Of course, I'm under the weather. It's a little chilly here in Vegas, at least in the mornings. I got my Picks and Parlays hoodie on. So if Craig was here, he'd be pretty excited about it. I'm picking him up at the airport and after the show. But Yeah, I love my Picks and Parlays hoodie, no doubt about it. I got like 10 of them, maybe more. I got them in like every color. I don't get to wear them too much because I live in Hawaii, but it's like when I'm out here in Vegas or whatever, I always throw my Picks and Parlays hoodies on, and people like recognize me when I'm walking down the street. I don't know, I can't read all caps like that. Okay, so we got a good amount of picks. John Doe, we're not going to accept that. We're not going to have anybody that with that name on our channel, that's for sure. If I could put my name and my face out here. I am in Vegas. I'm sick though as a dog, but maybe later on or tomorrow, if you're around, shoot me an instant message. At least meet. I don't know how much, like I said, I'm a little under the weather, so I don't know if I'm up for going out and about, but hopefully by tonight or tomorrow I'm feeling better. Normally takes me a couple days. All right, first pick of today's show is going to be the LSU-Alabama game. I love LSU at home in this one. I don't care what anybody says. Alabama's played absolutely nobody this season. Nobody. While LSU has run the gauntlet. They have played everybody. I always like a team that's battle-tested against a team that's not battle-tested, because a game like this, someone's going to get smacked in the mouth, and usually both teams are going to get smacked in the mouth. And I like teams that we've already seen have a good chin, LSU's been smacked in the mouth a bunch of times this season. They started off the season playing Miami, who's every bit as fast as Alabama, if not faster. They played Georgia, who's every bit as fast as Alabama, if not faster. They played Florida, who they lost to. They played Auburn. They played everybody. Alabama has not played. They played two teams with winning records, and they're not considered the better teams, right? I just think, there's a big difference between playing Georgia, Florida, and Auburn than playing, Ole Miss and Arkansas, which is who Alabama's playing. And I'm sure if LSU was playing against those teams every week, we'd see them racking up these gigantic scores. No, they wouldn't be probably throwing the ball down the field the way Tua does against these teams. But what they'd be doing is just running them over like we saw them do to Miami, Georgia, the good teams we saw them do this to. I see them wearing Alabama down. One thing we haven't seen from Alabama this year is to have to go into their depth. Okay, all we've seen is really their top level. They put up this 48 points in the first half or whatever, right? And then they put the scrubs in. When we've seen Alabama have to go to their depth in meaningful situations over the past every year under Saban, right? Every single year under Saban, they lose. It happens every single time that they have to go into their depth. How many times has Nick Saban run the table in the regular season? Uno. One time. He has all those national titles. He has all the hardware. He's an ass, right? He gets permission to act like an ass. But he's run the table one time. That's one less time than Dennis Erickson did. Okay, that's the truth. Okay, so the thing is that Alabama, they're bound to lose a game. History tells us that Alabama is going to lose one. This looks like the spot, because they're playing against a physical team. They have not been smacked in the mouth. Their depth has not been tested. Okay, their guys have gotten into games. But remember when Deshaun Watson dragged them up and down the field in the national championship game 2 years ago, and then they had no depth back then in a meaningful situation? What happened? They lost. And I believe that's what happens here. I like LSU to win this game outright. I'll take that 14.5 points just as a cushion, but I'll probably be playing it both ways. LSU outright on the money line and LSU with the points. I think this one's a no-brainer. This one is no problem. You've seen, I've been super confident on a lot of tips. I've won a bunch and lost a bunch. Matt is saying this is the most confident he's ever seen me on a tip. I've been confident. I've been super confident. Last year, Miami against Notre Dame, I was more than this. I was way more confident than this. And I just think Alabama, it just seems such a likely spot. And generally, these games are fairly close. Even 2 years ago when LSU was terrible, the game at LSU 2 years ago, LSU was not a good team, not nearly as good as the team that they have this year. And Alabama, they went to the national championship game that year. They lost the national championship game, but they were in it. And It was 10-0. It was 3-0 almost the whole game, and Hurts had like a 70-yard run finally to cover the spread. This is going to be tight at LSU. This is going to be a smash mouth, smack 'em around football game where depth is going to be part of it. And like I said, LSU has been smacked in the mouth. They played the smack in the mouth team. I like LSU in the points. I think that money line is also a good thing. I'll probably watch games at home. He's asking where I watch games. I watch them at home usually. But we'll figure it out. Anyways, we do 3 free picks every single day. We started off with a big one, Alabama LSU. I even stayed on point throughout the entire explanation, which might be a world record, right? Anyways, 3 free picks every single day on our live show. We've done 1. It's free for all Friday. That means all the questions come from the show, from the audience. And I know that the second one is an NBA pick that I see the most on, and it's Oklahoma City against Indiana, right? Oh, they're playing the Wizards. Yeah, the Oklahoma City's off the back-to-back, and the Wiz have been stinkers this year. I mean, absolutely stinkers. I think this is a tough game. I think it's a really tough game, and this is probably why you guys are asking my opinion on it. But I don't feel very confident about this one. This is why I never. The comment was I never see this so confident about the picks. Yeah, because normally these are free picks, but. I don't know. I like Oklahoma City here, even on the back-to-back. Washington's been terrible at home. Yeah, I'm here for the Breeders' Cup. I'm here to bet the Breeders' Cup. That's why I'm in Vegas. So, anyways, I like Oklahoma City plus the points here against Washington. Washington's been a dumpster fire. They're really one of the more disappointing teams so far this season. 1-6 against the number. While Oklahoma City 3-4 against the number, 2-1 against the spread on the road, just 1-2 straight up on the road. But Washington hasn't won a home game yet. I just have little faith in the Wizards until they can show me at least something. I got to take Oklahoma City, so I'll take the Thunder, and that'll be my second pick for today's show. I don't love it so much. I don't know what Arizona game you're talking about. There's Arizona in every sport. Saints versus Rams. Oh, LSU, they're not going to stop Alabama, but they're certainly going to slow them down. They have a way better secondary than any team that Alabama's faced this season. Alabama's faced nobody. I'm terrible at hockey, so I don't know why you would ask for my picks on hockey. I've given out. In the history of Sports Chat Place and Sports Chat Experts and Picks and Parlays, I've given out 3 NHL picks in my life. So when I give out NHL picks, it just means that there's nothing else on the schedule. I happen to be pretty good at it. I know that when I do pick them, but I'll be honest, it's not a sport that I grew up with watching, and that's why I don't give a lot. Yeah, you can always see how my picks did at Sports Chat Experts. Every pick is documented. You don't have to ask how my picks did. You can always look. They're always there. I was 3-2, but you can look. Anyways. Let's see what else you guys got for me. Looking for one more to round it out with our 3 free picks. I like Colorado against Arizona. I don't love Arizona this season. Kevin Sumlin teams in general fade in the second half of the season, and we are in the second half of the season. Colorado's been pretty underestimated. I love their running attack, and I just think that I like Colorado plus the points at Arizona, and that'll be my 3rd pick for today's show. Of course, we do 3 free picks every single day. Saturday, of course, is college football Saturday. It's my favorite day of the week during my favorite time of the year. I do a newsletter pick on Saturday, so if you guys don't get the newsletter, you're missing out on a free pick that I don't give out anywhere else. And plus, all kinds of other deals and values that we give out in the newsletter. Haven't been doing as much of that stuff, but definitely coming up. We have a lot of people wanting to work with us as sports betting becomes legal across the United States. But anyways, our 3 free picks for today was we took Colorado plus the 3, we took the Oklahoma City Thunder plus the 2.5, and the LSU Tigers plus the 14.5. This is Mitch. Thanks for joining me. Have a great day. I'll see you guys tomorrow for College Football Saturday.